Welcome guys to a little bit of a different video. I wanted to talk to you guys about a little thing called old world materials. If you guys haven't heard of them before, they are every single material that exists in old expansions. Something that is very important to notice is that there are still a ton of these materials that are heavily in demand, even when new expansions come out. Throughout the whole expansion, even though it's many years old, there are still lots of people, collectors, new players, finding out there's cool stuff from older expansions in the game. All sorts of things when it comes to transmog, mounts, pets, and so forth. I'm gonna highlight a couple of the materials that have moved very particularly very fast from a couple different markets. Now, the first one in particular that I want to look into and talk to you guys about is Serenite Ore. Now, Saronite Ore specifically and Saronite Bars, they have, ever since the start of the expansion, been really interesting. If we look at it from a regional perspective, we look at it since we have the 23rd of November. Now, we can see here, this is obviously, by the way, the underminejournal.com. If you guys do not use or do not know what this is, go on this site. There is so much data that you can go and look at here on this site for your specific server on WoW, so you can be able to look back on how markets have moved throughout time. Now, obviously, as any other expansion, Saronite or any old world material would drop in the amount that is posted, so the quantity, and that is the red line here. We can see that it went from 650 700k being posted all the way down to 300k just after the expansion released. Now, this amount has only been falling, and it's kind of been stabilizing around the 200k 150k, bouncing up and down between that. But what you can see here is that the overall price has just been skyrocketing. Okay, the price has gone from 18 gold average regionally on EU all the way up to the last couple of days somewhere in between 40 and 59 gold. Now, this is absolutely insane. There's a couple different reasons for this happening. It's especially this expansion. There's so many things that impact the prices on old world materials. The multi-boxing policy change. There's a lot less multi-boxers out there. On top of that, we have obviously a new expansion, so there's a lot of people that are not going to focus on all the old world stuff, because there's a lot of gold to be made in the new expansion as well. But if you're one of those people that want to go and look at the old world expansions, this is definitely something for you. Now, the actual price in this might go even higher. It's been on a gradual increase, as you can see here, ever since the expansion released. So even if you're one to go out and farm this right now, this would be a pretty good gold per hour. Now, if we take a look at the bar as well, the Saronite Bar, we can see regionally, in the same perspective, we can see when the expansion launched, the quantity posted around 216k. It dropped a little bit, and it's been dropping, and then you can see that is 150, and then it's been going up a little bit again, and then there's no data here to last, but you can see that it's been going a little bit up gradually. And the reason that the amount, like the quantity, is going up again is because the prices are so high. So people see, oh god damn, the price has increased, I gotta get on this. Because you can see here 50 gold average, and then you look at the Saronite Bars now, 164 gold. Like, even if we take a couple days ago, January 4th, January 5th, so like last week, more like 98 gold. It's almost like it's pretty much doubled in value in a month and a half. It's absolutely insane. So the amount of gold that you guys can make on this, if you have any stock left over, if you're one to go out and farm this, this would definitely be the time. That is just one item that has risen quite far in value, and this is from Wrath of the Lich King. If we take something from, let's say, Classic, right? We have the Mithril Bar, and when you look at this at a regional summary, you look at the around the time that this got posted, or not this got posted, but around the time that the expansion got released, the 23rd to 24th of November, 250 to 300k was getting posted every day, and you can see that this, even a classic material, has been on a gradual rise ever since then. The overall amount that's been posted is somewhat staying the same, and the actual increase in value hasn't been that insane, which isn't that surprising, but it's still something that is a good idea to consider, because way back, if we take a longer look, you know, you can see that this has been very high almost a year ago as well. And you also got to look at the actual ore form before you take a look at the bar, because if we look at the ore regionally, you can see the last 3 months this has been insane too. You look at the 23rd of November, right? 250 to 300k getting posted, but the price is gradually increasing. It's not by a lot, but it is increasing. It's not as insane as Saronite, but it is there. And something I also want to point out is Ghost Iron, and Ghost Iron is obviously touched by Spirit of Harmony, and we'll talk about that too. Now, regionally, in the last 3 months, you can see that the 23rd of November, right? You can see a couple days before, 3.3 million Ghost Iron ore was getting posted regionally every day. Okay, pretty much every day. Now, that went down all the way down to 1.3 million. It over halved in the amount posted. So we can see that the regional price, well, it was dipping down to 6-7 gold and then going towards the new expansion. Now you can see it's up to 10 and 11, 12 gold and 13 gold here the last couple of days. And the amount posted is half of what it was just before the expansion released. So that is something that is definitely also very important to look at. Now, if we take another look, then we can look at the Spirit of Harmony. Now, something that's also important to remember, this is, as many know, an item or item specifically touched by bots, and since these bots are heavily focused on Shadowlands, this is a gold mine, right? There's a lot of gold to be made here. Now, if we look at the 23rd of November, we can look going towards the actual expansion release. You can see less and less and less got posted, and on the 23rd to 24th, it was 132 gold and 412,000 was getting posted. Now, if we look at today and in the last week, 300,000. So the amount hasn't lowered that much. It's lowered by like 100,000, but the price has increased to 200 regionally. It's gone up by 50 to 70 gold regionally, which is absolutely insane. Now, let's speak a little bit about why this is happening, right? Because there's a lot of things that is impacting why these prices are actually moving this way, right? So first thing being, as I said earlier, first thing being the fact that there's a lot less multi-boxers now than there were in the past because of the policy change on third-party input broadcasting software. The other thing is that there's obviously a new expansion, so that on top is also going to remove a lot of the supply from all these old world materials, because there's a lot more gold to be made in the new expansion, so that also has an impact on it. On top of that, we have the new auction house that came out earlier in 2020 in the middle of BFA, so that is also something that impacts it, because the way that people post is a lot different now. Now, the overall excitement, the overall quality of the new expansion also depends, right? Because if the if the amount of gold that you can make in the new expansion lowers real quick, right, real fast, then people are going to return to old world materials, and that really doesn't seem like that's happened yet. So I would go towards this as soon as you can, as fast as you can. There's obviously a lot more old world materials that you guys can look into. There is so much gold that you guys are going to be able to make if you catch somebody posting it for way lower than it seems that it is. Something that I do want to point out for you guys, this is obviously what I think is a good option. Never ever invest more than you're willing to lose, because in markets like this you never know how much people have, because these things have been out for so long and somebody can drop a really big stack on you. So only invest the gold that you are willing to lose, okay? And never spend more than, oh, I still have enough for a WoW token, or I still have enough for this. Make gradual investments, see if it's working out. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything that you're wondering about, is this market good, is this looking good, I am always someone you can talk to. You can throw it in the comments below. You can join my Discord. There's going to be links for everything down in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope my explanations and my showings and findings of all these things helped you guys out in some way. And yeah, remember to like the video, remember to share it with your friends, and I hope to make some more for you guys in the future. But until then, see ya.